Hey everybody, how is it going? Randy here with Nerds Templar. It is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. It is set 20 out of 21 in the red division here to begin things, as always. Wrapping things up rapidly. We're in the middle of the week, so we're going to finish off to this week and next week. It's not going to take all of next week to finish it, but we'll use this week and next week to do the rest of regular season. And then we'll be getting right into playoffs. That'll be one entire week for one divisional round per each division, and then 2 days of all the other league rounds together. Anyway, set 20 after 19 here in the red. We've got Byleth 15-3, sitting pretty, actually already clinching the top 3 and a bye spot in those playoffs for herself. Got the 14-4 Donkey Kong and 13-5 K Rool behind her. Terry, 12-6. They've also clinched the top 8, those 3 at the top there. Then we got the 12-6 Terry and Pyra and Mythra as well. Terry beat them. 11-7 Hero. 11-8 Dr. Mario on his bye today. And the 10-8 Simon and Mario. Simon beat him. They're vying for that 8th place spot, maybe even both getting in there today if they can catch up with Dr. Mario and then surpass him with the last set. 9-9 Zelda. 8-10 Kirby and Yoshi. May be done for the top 8 due to ties, but who knows? We'll see how many end up. If there is a huge tie at 10-10, who knows who would end up in that 8th spot is where it would end up being, because right now 11 is good. Actually 10 is good for playoffs, by the way. 10 gets you in for sure right now, so Simon and Mario are in for that. But yeah, as far as getting in, there's all those 8s. Not the 8-11 Ryu, however, who's the last playoff spot on his bye last. But all the other 8s and the 9-9 Zelda still have a shot at that last spot. Zelda has a spot there, a better shot because there's still the 11-8 Dr. Mario and the 11-7 Hero for her to tie. But for the 8-10 Kirby and Yoshi, yes, they have a very, very tiny glimmer of hope if they can get a big tie. Maybe it would be better for Kirby because he's already got the tie over Yoshi. Then yes, the 8-11 Ryu's still got his bye. He's right now in playoffs, the last spot, number 13. But right behind him at 7-11, we got Pit, we got Young Link, we got Marth, and we got me Brawler. So they're all right hot on his tail. Me, Brawler, and Young Link both beaten by Pit. Young Link beaten Marth, Marth beaten me Brawler, and that is where they all stand because of all that. Marth and Pit are actually up this set around, and Young Link and Brawler will be the last set. Finally, we've got Jigglypuff 6-12, still a shot if she can win today and keep winning. Maybe with the right wins, maybe she gets in still at 8-12. 5-13 Lucario is done. 4-14 Greninja as well as the 4-14 Peach, all out of there. Those 14 losses, those 2 Greninja and Peach at the bottom, they do clinch that bottom 6, so they're going to be staying for sure. Greninja did beat Peach, that means nothing at all. Today, we've got in set 20 Young Link taking on Yoshi, me Brawler versus Zelda, Kirby against Jigglypuff, Lucario versus Ryu, Greninja taking on Terry, Peach against Pyra and Mythra, Marth versus Pit, Mario versus King K Rool, Hero against Donkey Kong, and finally Byleth against Simon. Dr. Mario again on that bye. He should be okay to stay in the top 8. Even on his bye, but we shall see right now. Then we are going to do one more round of these random skins because why not? Why not? They do actually also match though. I don't think we used orange for Young Link. No, we did not because he has a red and then a pink, which would be better. The orange would be better for his yellow division selection. But of course, Yoshi OG red. Not just in the red now, but in the red last season as well. In the playoffs last season as well. Didn't do great, but he was there at 11-9. Can't get there anymore. Can't get there now. He's 8-10. He can get to 10-10. That's still good though. To only drop one match after everything changed between seasons. Not bad. Young Link, a pretty decent competitor here himself. So we got the 8-10 Yoshi with 7-11 Young Link. It's faring a lot better than Toon Link did this division last season, and in the green now this season for Toon Link at 5-14. Young Link actually has a shot at something. That might mean Young Link's better. It might also just mean that the red division's easier. But again, Toon Link was here last season with less fighters, and he did even worse than he's doing this season in the green. So there's that. Young Link with a shot at playoffs. That's how good he's doing. He's mostly been actually, in fact, you know what? He's always been, after 10 sets was the only time he was ever in the move in middle. Other than that, he was always in the bottom 6. Up until this set, after set 19 that is, coming into today, he's again that 15th spot. It's that big old tie though. He has 1 win in that tie, and he has 1 win, he has 1 loss, and he has 1 he has yet to fight in a 4-way tie there. But it bodes well for him. He can depending on what Ryu does, Ryu could just continue to hold that spot going into his bye in the last set. Oh man, both of them. Oh wow, that was incredible. Yoshi doing everything he can usually. Not the best at recovery, but he actually had a shot at coming back there. Young Link, I can't believe he made it back to the stage right there. He just took Yoshi out again. I don't know how he did it, but there, his first stock down. Yoshi not going to be flawless on. But it came close. 120 knockout Young Link, 2-1 stock. It's almost over, but Yoshi could bring this back. Poison Mushroom might not help him very much. Great match. Of course, we got 1 left, right? So Yoshi, if he drops here 8 and 11, he's gonna be the same as Ryu and the same as Young Link record-wise. So this is pretty incredible here. This is not great. In fact, yeah, Dr. Mario next for Yoshi. So he's gonna have an even harder one next. And that means he could actually fall out of playoff contention after everything he's done this season. He's been in the top 8 most of the time. He's been in the top of the middle for a bit now. He got another knockout here with the Super Mushroom help. 68 on him right now. He's got a chance to bring this one back. Young Link has me Brawler to finish things off, and that's of course going to be important because they're the same record right now. It'd be difficult probably as well, but it's going to be one that you kind of need to win, or he's going to take your spot. You need to win out anyway. It's more manageable, of course, than Yoshi's with Dr. Mario. And right now, Young Link retaining the lead, 13 to 104%. As long as he doesn't get comboed on or anything. Oh no, that is horrible for Yoshi. Super Mushroom for Young Link as Yoshi pulls a Poison Mushroom. And Young Link using the attack you're supposed to use in that situation quickly enough. At down A. Gets the victory for himself in the beginning of this one. Ooh, what a way to start. Young Link going up to 8 and 11 with Ryu for now, because Ryu's going to still fight today. But it's good for him because, yeah, Ryu again has the bye, the very last bye. And so, yeah, so that gives Young Link a decent shot again with Brawler. Last Brawler today has, of course, we already mentioned it, he's going to actually be up next against Zelda. He's got a slightly more difficult one than Young Link, who was, just, I guess, 1 win difference really between them there, Yoshi and Zelda. But still, yeah, Yoshi's now 8 and 11 as well. It's going to maybe be a huge tie at 8 and 11. We'll have to find out, I suppose. All right, yeah, Brawler, 7 and 11 again here. Got 2 7 and 11s here. We got the other 2 7 and 11s and tougher matchups later on to go. So, yeah, there you have that. Just so you know. And Ryu's coming up in the 4th match. That's going to be an incredibly important one. Incredibly important. Although he's against Lucario, who's already out. It's huge to find out if Jigglypuff is outright eliminated, although she'll be up next match. If she wins that against Kirby, that is also huge because Yoshi has no chance at all, no matter what, at getting into the top 8. He's definitely in the moving middle. He could actually, because of there's so many 7 and 11 still, he could fall down into the staying 6 at the bottom. Same with Kirby. Yoshi and Kirby can both end up there if Kirby loses to Jigglypuff today. Next. Right now, though, Brawler and Zelda. Zelda's that 9 and 9. Looking pretty fine. For now, I mean, again, still could end up 9 and 11. 9 and 11 could be very iffy right now with, again, 7 and 11s go the whole way into the bottom 6. So it's really anybody's playoffs at this point. That's how many spots are still open. In fact, that's exactly how many. Yeah, Zelda has not clinched at 9 and 9. The 8 and 10s, Kirby and Yoshi, and the 8 and 11 Ryu. So there's those 4 spots, but those 4 spots can be taken by another 2 or another 5 people. So 9 of them right now vying for that. Zelda clinches though with a win, just like that. Brawler will still be okay with the losses happening currently. Well, the loss, I guess, happening. Kind of, actually. Yeah, he'll be okay, but he will be a match behind. He's going to have to pick that one up against Young Link. That'll be a very important one if he loses here or if he wins. Either way, it's going to be huge. It's either going to be a match below Young Link and can tie him up and perhaps take the playoffs with the tiebreaker, or he'll just remain tied with him and then he'll take the outright win if he can win in that last match against him. But again, you got to go through Zelda to do that. Second thing. Right now, though, he's winning 48 to 129 on the second stocks, and make that 2 to 1, 52% on him. He's got the lead now, a nice lead now. On the 9 and 9 Zelda, going to bring her down maybe to 9 and 10. That is crazy. Everyone dropping. And that's also going to solidify some more of the top 8 spots if Zelda loses here. It would also be nice for Kirby, especially if he can win. I don't know how he's done against Zelda. That would be one question, I suppose. Zelda has King K Rool next, so it's not getting any easier for her. In fact, I think when I was looking at specifically how Kirby's chances were, he actually, because of the way the matchups are for everybody right above him, he has a shot at there actually being a massive tie for that number 8 spot, including himself. Zelda eliminating Brawler again here, 81% on her, however, and Brawler just pulled a Super Mushroom. That is going to be all for that match. Me Brawler taking that one handily. No pun intended. Great match. I mean, that's just a fantastic match for the 7 and 11 Brawler. Now 8 and 11, moving up there where Young Link just went. Still got Pit and Marth later on, fighting each other, in fact. So one more 7 and 11 will definitely go up. One 7 and 11 will definitely go down of those last 2. And we have Yoshi that went down to 8 and 11 with the Ryu who's there now. We have Kirby still to go. Zelda just above him now, 9 and 10. It is still completely open for those last 4, I should say, playoff spots. And me Brawler, for his last match, he's got Young Link, as we already know. So that is incredible. That is just going to be insane. They're both 8 and 11 now, and that could just basically be a match for that playoff spot, to be honest with you, because somebody's got to win it, right? So somebody has got to go to 9 and 11 there, which means because of that, there's going to be that last. Well, we still have to see about all the other spots. We got the 9 wins Zelda. We got another 9 win that's going to be in for. There's at least one more 9 win. So there's going to be 2 spots left right now that 8 and 12s could potentially get in at the moment. And that's not considering any of the other things that will have to happen in set 21. Anyway, on we go. And if you're wondering what I mean by random skins, I'm literally rolling 8-sided dice here for both characters. That's it. Kirby, 8 and 10, here he is. His shot to try to come. I mean, I wanted to find out if he had a chance at the top 8, the staying 8, that is, to stay in his red division where he was number 1 last season. 13 and 7, top of a 4-way tie at the very top. Right now, Super Mushroom giving him some help on Jigglypuff. We got the 2 pink puff balls going at it, and Kirby a huge lead right now, already a knockout, 38 on him as Jigglypuff returns though, but still doing well for himself at the moment. Jiggly, 6 and 12, needs the win. A Ryu win would knock her out no matter what. He's up next against Lucario, who's already out at 5 and 13. Jigglypuff could pick up that 13th loss here and be done. Kirby trying to get another knockout with the Super Mushroom there already on her. Oh, she just misses the sleep. Kirby gets poisoned, and then I love that he tries to inhale fighters when he's tiny, and it just doesn't work. We've got a percent lead again here with the stock advantage, and a knockout, a naturally sized knockout there for him. Always nice. And it's looking horrible for Jigglypuff here. I feel like she is going to be about the same as last season. I think she did end up 7-13. That was where there was a pretty big tie at the bottom of Yellow Division at 7-13, three-way tie. She was part of that. It looks like she's going to be there again. Lucario was another part of that, so he could still get there with 2 wins. He's 5-13. He could make it there. Jigglypuff still needs another win to get there. So if he just wants to be in a three-way tie at the bottom with her again, he just needs 1 win. And her to lose again, of course. And then Marth was the other one in that. He needs a couple losses to go back down. He'd be 7-13 though. Tie himself is the worst he can do, I should say. Marth tie his record last season. Pitt's done the same because, well, actually Pitt was 1 above. That's right. Pitt was 8-12. So that is a crazy match. That's today again because that was an old school Yellow Division match. Kirby knocked Jigglypuff off once here. Oh! Nope. Oh, Jigglypuff's still here. Still here for now. We had the Super Mushroom on Kirby, Poison Mushroom on Jigglypuff for a moment, but not a whole lot happened. And Kirby did. That was a Super Mushroom launch. Not quite far, and we got faked out. We have to know about though Marth and Pitt. I'll tell you right now, so you can think about it going into this. They were actually, they were the second match. Pitt beat him the first time, and Marth won the second time. So this is, yeah, it's going to be close, I'd say. Pitt does, yeah, again, need the win to, 1 more win at least somewhere to tie his record from last season. Kirby is going to take it. Not much of a problem, but what a climb he's had in the second half of the season. Too bad he started off so horribly, or else he would probably just be in the top 8. Where he should have been this entire time, being that he was #1 last season. But that's it. That's him winning again. Pyra and Mythra is going to be his last one, so it's not somebody he can actually drop out of the top 8 to replace 9 and 10 now himself. But he can still get there. He's hoping for Simon and Mario at 10 and 8, both to lose twice now. And then you know, he'd be in that tie, and maybe it would also potentially help him. Zelda lost, which is good, but it could potentially help him if Zelda's in that tie with him. It all depends on tiebreakers, but having an extra person in there might just help him to clinch that spot, you know, in the 4-way tiebreaker when only 1 spot matters, right? So yeah, it could be good for him if Zelda could win next match. Now that she's lost this one, she's got King K Rool next though, so it's not going to be easy for her. I don't think we mentioned that, but she's got King K Rool. Yeah, so that's too bad. Kirby, yeah, we know he's got Pyra and Mythra. Jigglypuff done now with that loss there. No matter what Ryu does, she's got Lucario next, so that's a match that is not going to matter at all. Okay, I have to take it back. They will be playing for something. Especially if Lucario can win here, then they'll both be playing for something because they're technically not out of the move in middle yet. They could both still make it in maybe number 14 or 15 spot. Not the playoffs, but still getting out of the red division. If maybe that's, I still don't know if that's something that you'd want to do. I don't feel like the green's the easiest place to go, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Toon Link has a better record than last season, even if it's still bad. Lucario, oh, nice move, but a great recovery there by Lucario, getting him back to the stage. Nice move by Ryu. What I meant to say, but Lucario gonna get back. Full skin on him there. Maybe sporting a green skin today, showing where he would like to go. What he would like to do here, which is, again, needing this win and then that win against Jigglypuff. It could be enough, especially, again, this Ryu win. Dropping him down would be real good. Dropping him to 8-12, and he's done after this. He's at 8-11 now. Bye next for Ryu, so it's just this for a 9-11 chance And that's all. And then once he hits that, he can only hope that nobody else makes it there, I guess. I mean, or he just wins the tiebreaker, because there's going to be a lot of potential. In fact, again, we know there's going to be a 9-11, so he's almost like has to win this match to have a chance at playoffs, even, which is crazy. Does he? I think he does have to. And Lucario is going to be knocked out. He actually got the first knockout. I missed that at some point there. So 80% on Ryu's second. He's poisoned right now. Lucario not getting an attack off, though. He's supersized, however, now. And I don't know what just happened there. Oh, nice block by Ryu there. Doesn't block that. Does stay on the stage, however. 100% to 0, though. Nice counter. Two counter fighters here. Lucario poison, giving Ryu a shot to come back in this one. I can't believe, yeah, this match is pretty crazy. Ryu, with a loss here, would go to 8-12 and be done there. We have two 8-11s in that Brawler and Young Link, and one of them has to go up. I guess there is still the potential, again, of the Kirby and Yoshi, specifically Yoshi, because Kirby just went up to 9. So never mind him, I guess, if Ryu would lose, that is. But yeah, Yoshi, though, going down may give up his playoff spot to an 8-12, maybe. That could still happen. So Ryu knocked out again, but he's got a shot here at 121. Lucario got a shot to bring it back better, closer than it was before. But how much can Lucario do before he gets that second knockout? Ryu 24, Lucario supersized. Oh, and a nice shot there. 44 on Ryu, and Lucario going for those energy balls instead of an attack, while Ryu jumps over top of him, completely undefended. Oh, and the poison mushroom after turning to normal size for Lucario, that's going to give Ryu a nice chance again. 55, and where did that mushroom go? I thought there was one somewhere. Must have got blown off by the tree. Never mind. 63 on Ryu, 14 on Lucario. The super mushroom, Ryu dodges the super mushroom. That is unfortunate for him. That would have been very, very, very good. Not huge. 42 to 76, though. Ryu is in this one again. 48 to 76. Nice hit by Lucario. Still in the lead. In the poison mushroom on Ryu now. Oh no. One nice hit. He blocks half of that one at least. Or that could have been it. Back to normal. 97. 105 to 48. Super mushroom Ryu. No. Anybody? No. Nobody's going to get it. Oh! Lucario somehow doesn't get that poison mushroom. I don't even know how. It was like on his face. And then he dodges it or something. And then Ryu gets it. And that's game. That is the game. And just like that, Lucario and Jigglypuff are the same record. And somebody might have a shot at going into the moving middle. That's obviously not what's important about this match. It's the Ryu. Ryu just lost and went to 8-12. He's done. He's 8-12. And he could just be, he's going to be out of the playoffs, in fact, now, because the two 8-11s are going to be above him, right? All the 8-11s, that is, are going to be above him. And he's just going to have to hope that they all lose, and that can't happen. So, in fact, Ryu, incredibly, Ryu just got eliminated from the playoffs. Just like Jigglypuff, he's done. That's nuts. Just like that. And he's he's on his bye. Lucario as Jigglypuff next, and that's that. We have people dropping out left and right. But I guess that's what happens when you only have a set and a half left to go. This is match number 5 of 10, so we're about at the halfway point here today. Two of our worst 2 matches left to go, but still Greninja, he doesn't matter. He's 4-14. We also have Peach next at 4-14, but Terry, 12-6. He's fighting for a little bit right now. He is tied with Pyra and Mithra up there at 12-6, who's fighting Peach next, so they both have kind of easy ones. Bodes quite well for them, because that will potentially then move them, if they can both pick up those easy wins, to 13-6. which is maybe going to tie King K Rool in that third spot, which gives them, of course, a shot at the top 3 in that bye in the playoffs. It's set 21 coming up. No, again, Greninja doesn't matter, but he's got Hero next. Another top 8 fighter. Right now, he's got a very tiny lead and a Super Mushroom, though, for Ninja, 60 to 90. Terry, of course, the more important one. He has Byleth next and last. So that is also tough because she's number 1. But yeah, because of that, he's got a chance to... He's the one with the chance to drop her down farther, maybe. Byleth today up against Simon. So two tougher ones for her. I mean, they're both, again, top 8s to finish for Byleth, even though she's number 1. Doesn't make it easy, right? Terry's got the go right now. He's got the 1 knockout, so he's in the lead. He's set right now, set up to do some massive damage. Greninja sometimes struggles to get those knockouts. Not going to struggle that time. Terry's just going to fall off the stage. That's very helpful for Greninja. Keeping this one close. Keeping it pretty even. 28 only on Greninja. And again, he's not fighting for anything at all. He's done. He's in the bottom 6. He's not going anywhere. All he can do is be annoying. An annoying little frog. Or big frog with a poison mushroom. I mean a super mushroom. Doesn't want to be a poison frog. Attacked by Terry, even though he's big, doesn't matter. 93, 105 on Greninja, 14 on Terry. Looking really good for him. Oh yeah, there's the knockout. Terry, 14, Greninja, 1 stock left. For Terry at 2. Yeah, this match, the next one, probably going to be about the same, but that is fantastic for them. K Rool, the one that they're going to tie. He's got Mario today, so it could, I mean, he's got the toughest matchup between the 3 of them, obviously, by far. Mario could surprise you. And next, K Rool's going to have Zelda, so also, I mean, not exactly easy, but it might be for him. Again, Terry, he's going to have to take out Byleth. It's about the same difficulty, maybe a little harder. K Rool beat Byleth, Donkey Kong beat K Rool, and Byleth beat Donkey Kong. So we do know that if they ended up in a 3-way tie at the top there, we would have to go into extra tiebreakers because they have the 1 win and 1 loss against each other, each of them. So Greninja with another Super Mushroom here, maybe a shot to bring this back to even, but I don't know, Terry not being launched very far there for 118. I don't know if that was the go that helps him with that. I figured that was just an offensive boost, but who knows? Terry almost getting the knockout there with the Super Mushroom and the go. 2 stock, 118, 104 on Greninja's last. Not much of a chance here. At all. Terry's going to go up. It's going to look good for him. And then also Pyra, we talked about her final. Their Pyra and Mythros final match. They have Kirby last, so it's slightly easier. Terry's got it much harder, of course. Oh, the substitute coming out there for Greninja. Not helping him very much, just to survive a bit longer. Terry, Super Mushroom, knockout, and victory. Just like that. Okay. Like we would have thought would have happened. 13-6 Terry, that's a 5 and 4. Oh, I'm sorry, a 4 and 15 Greninja. That's pretty terrible, but it's at least not as bad as the worst records last season. We had the 1, 2, and 18, and we had 2, 3, and 17s last season. Those were the worst 3. At least he got to 4, right? That's not great either. And he's of course not done yet, but he has another one, very hard one to go. So 14-6 seems like it might be where he ends up. And you know what? We actually didn't have any 14-6s last season. 4 and 16s last season. No 4 and 16s. We had 2 and 18, 2, 3 and 17s. No 4 and 16s. The 5 and 15 Zero Suit would have been the 4th last. If you're wondering. And then before all the 7 and 13s, because there was quite a few of those, we also had the 6 and 14 Sheik. She would be the only other one that didn't hit that. Oh, and the 6 and 14 Sonic, that's right, yeah. And we had a bunch of 7 and 13s. There was Sam. I'm not gonna. I guess I am getting them all because I'm this far right. Samus, Diddy, and then the big tie: Marth, Lucario, and Jigglypuff. Guess that would be your bottom 8 in the entire league right there, right? But who cares? This is Peach and Pyra and Mythra here. Peach was not one of the bottom. Now she is. 4 and 14. Another 4 and 14 here. Chance to go 5. Can't she do it? Maybe. It's tied 2 stock each right now. Incredibly. Just keeping closer. Remember, she was number 2. Kirby was 1. She was 2. They were both 13 and 7. Below them were Mario and Donkey Kong. The other 13 and 7s, that is. But she just, yeah, has been not at all the same this season. So I don't know. She's in this. She's staying for sure. Maybe she just like gave up halfway through, and she's just like, I want to stay in the red. I'm just gonna, you know, give up this season so I can stay, and then I'll just dominate again next season. Just reset, take a breather, reset next season, come back strong here and dominate. Get back in the top of the red, and then stay in my OG division here. But when it comes to merits and demerits for staying in a division, yeah, it's gonna have to be like you get the demerit because you're in the bottom 6, and then if you get to the top 8 somehow after that, and that would just like cancel it out, right? Cancel out your demerit, and then you just kind of be back to square one, I guess. It'd almost just be like you moved an entire way through all the divisions back to that one, which would normally, if you just did it the natural way and then move in middle, take you, I guess, 4 seasons, right? If you go back through all 4 divisions to the one you started in. Peach, of course, one of the ones from the OG season here, and she's got another knockout to tie things at 1 stock. This is crazy. Wow. I guess I'll stop talking about last season and talk more about Pyra and Mythra, of course, at the other 12 and 6 with Terry. He's already won. She can go up there, tie King K Rool as well. You didn't think it'd be this tough for her, did you? We also already talked about her Kirby matchup next. So she's technically got number 1 and 2 from last season to finish things off. I don't know. Maybe that's not exactly what you want. You don't want to consider records from this time again. We had Pokeballs raining from the sky last season, so there was a lot of difference. I mean, there's still mushrooms raining from the sky here, but Pokeballs, there was a lot more random chance and chance of huge upsets and big comebacks and things. Still a chance here for that. Oh man, and Peach almost gets it because of that poison mushroom on Pyra and Mythra. This would be an insane. That would just be a horrible loss for Pyra and Mythra, but an incredible upset. Not gonna happen. The super mushroom gonna make sure Pyra and Mythra take this one. Wow, that was so close though. Peach trying to upset another fighter, because I think she's had a couple recently, at least 1, maybe 2. That was close. That was really close. But now we're gonna have maybe a big way. King K Rool again with the tougher of the matches between the ones up there. He's a game ahead of Terry and Pyra, but they both won now, so he's got to win to stay ahead. Might be able to do it against Mario. We'll see. 2 matches from that, away from now. But before that, I hope you don't mind, we're gonna do this Marth versus Pit match. It's fantastic that it comes down to this. OG Yellow rivalry. Fighting for a playoff spot, probably. I mean, when it all comes down to it, they probably are. They're going to have as good a chance here as the one between Young Link and Brawler, who both won today. One of those has to win next time. Whoever wins here is going to have just as good of a shot. Pit is up against Peach. That's one reason. Marth has Simon, so he has a much tougher chance. much smaller chance, if you will, tougher way in. Pit, one of the easiest in the league, though, at the easiest in the league and the division this season, at least, to make his way in. If he can win here, though, if he can win here, it's actually going to be necessary. We now know, because of that matchup between Young Link and Brawler. I keep saying that, but again, Yoshi, you have to remember, Yoshi did leave the door open for maybe one more 8 and 12 fighter to get in, or that is 9 and 11. Yeah, one of these guys is going to still be in it, of course, no matter what. Marth, the 7 and 13 last season. Pit, the one win out of that bottom tie at 8 and 12. Just barely out of playoffs because we had only the 1, 9 and 11, and they got in, Ice Climbers, in the entire league, that is. Pit getting the first knockout at 166 right now. Easily launchable 180. Marth ties it back up. Grabs a poison mushroom, though. Pit just, what? Totally misses him and then almost just falls off the stage. Just doesn't do anything. Like, he couldn't believe he missed Marth, and I don't know what he's trying to do. It's like he's trying to bait Marth off the side, because obviously their recoveries are completely different. Marth has none, and Pit can fly. And Marth gets the super mushroom here. Yeah, he's not going to be baited, by the way. It's also awesome that I ended up rolling some red skins for him here. Again, not that they really they don't want to stay in the red, because staying in the red would mean they've dropped out of the moving middle and into the bottom, and thus also out of playoffs. So both of them actually hoping that they are going to move to the green next season, because they can't get into that top 8. Again, top 8 stays, bottom 6 stays, and the 7 between that moves on. That's gonna allow good fighters that just fall out of that top 8 to move into other divisions where maybe they can get into the top 8s, and drop fighters that maybe didn't deserve to be there into the moving middles. And as we do that, we'll get the best of the best in the top 8s in each division. We'll get the worst of the worst in the bottom 6s for the most part in each division, and then the moving middle will probably just be, the travelers. I'll just travel every season from division to division, mixing things up. From time to time, 1 or 2 or more will stay for a season or 2, maybe even settle in. That's what I envision happening. Right now, Marth is up 125% though on him. It's pretty much just like we had it before, except now actually Pit starting to take a lot of damage on that last stock, 42%. And he cannot get Marth here. There it is. But before, it was Marth that needed the knockout to tie things up, and now Marth with the lead 48 on Pit, who has the super mushroom, and oh no, again, we've seen this so many times. The fighters, the AI just doesn't, it just falls off the stage with the super mushroom, and then it doesn't do anything. It just falls down like a boulder, not like a rock because it's so big. So, or like a boulder, just rolls straight off of the stage. No jump, no nothing, just right down, and that's that. So sometimes, apparently, mushrooms can be extremely detrimental to you, just like that. So Marth now has a better shot because he's up a game. He's going to go to 8 and 11 in that big 8 and 11 pack. Pit's going to go down to 7 and 12 and have a very, very tiny chance at getting in. But he does have the easier match in Peach next. Marth again. He's going to be up against Simon, and that's not very easy. So we'll see. It's doable though. 10 and 8 Simon. It's not like the best of the best. At least he's still top 8 right now. But yeah, that's that. But you do really hate to see it end like that, don't you? You like to see it a good match right to the end, not Pit just falling off the side, especially with a super mushroom. Think you're going to get the advantage, and then that happens. K Rool super mushroom here, right off the bat against Mario. That's not good. Can Mario do it against Donkey Kong's rival? It's like his rival's rival. Oh, that's terrible for him. Just way too far off the stage there. And the big belly of King K. Rool is not going to allow him to come back, apparently. He, like, bounces off of it instead of getting his up B to trigger properly. It must have been blocked, I guess. And so he just went down. Great job by King K. Rool here. Oh, the crown on the boomerang rebound shot. That was awesome. King K. Rool is right now taking it to Mario. What word I was looking for? Presently. Use that. Another super mushroom for the big crocodile. Back to normal size. Fire versus Crown. Crown wins. He can, like, direct those cannonballs, and it is not good. Oh, he's got another super mushroom. Also not good for Mario. Oh, the poison mushroom hits Mario somehow. Around that big body of King K. Rool, the poison mushroom still hits Mario, and down he goes again. It's not looking good for him. It looks like he's going to be 10-9. It's going to be great for Simon. He's up last here against Byleth, so he may want that cushion because they're going to be fighting for that last spot, and it's still again going to be open if Mario loses here, and also Simon loses. That last 8th place spot is going to still be open for some crazy fighter to make it in. Zelda. But it's really just down to Zelda and Kirby now at this point that can do it. Yoshi losing, Ryu didn't have a chance. Really just that. Ooh, Mario gonna get a knockout. 165 K Rool. 51 on Mario's last though, so I don't know. I think he's gonna do it. I'm glad that we didn't roll a goofy looking Mario skin. That tends to be what happens, so. You know, Mario's just done. He just gives up. It's like, I don't even know what to do against this Kremlin guy. This isn't my game. So that's that. King K. Rool gonna make sure that he doesn't tie up with those others. Pyra and Terry. It's gonna leave one match left for them to tie him up. If he loses, again, he's got Zelda next. That's not great for Zelda. But again, that is one that Kirby is hoping Zelda might be able to pick up. It might not actually help him, but it could help him. And of course, then again, yes, Pyra has Kirby, interestingly enough, and Terry has Byleth in that last match. So tougher for him, easier for Pyra, and about the same, I guess, for King K. Rool there against Zelda. So should be close, but King K. Rool could be good. Could be good now. And Mario, yeah, he's going to be up against somebody next round, and it's going to be Donkey Kong. He's got number 1 and number 2 to fit. Well, number 2 and 3 now to finish things off. That's a rough way to end things. He lost 1. Can he pick 1 more up? Because he's in the playoffs. At least he knows he's good at 10-10. If nothing else, he's 10-9 now. Could be good with 10. He is good with 10-10. But 11-9 will give him at least still a chance, maybe at getting that top 8. So, you know, staying here in the red where he started it with the division, which was named after him last season. All right, second to last match, Hero v DK. Hero's 11-7 there by himself. He's pretty much almost in the top 8 now. A win here would certainly do it. But because of everyone losing, it's Simon again. Simon, with a win, Simon could almost clinch, actually. Not quite because of Mario, but Mario's going to be the only one with a chance if Simon wins in the next set. Meaning that Hero will also be in the same position, even with a loss, if Simon wins next match, that is. In our last match against Byleth here. So he could give one up against Donkey Kong, come back in set 21, Hero that is, against Greninja, extremely easy match, and still clinch the top 8. That would give him 12-8, and I mean, I'm sure 12-8 is going to be just fine. He's 11-7 right now. He's not going to do anything else, of course. He can't make especially with the K Rool win today, he definitely can't make the top 3. Donkey Kong giving him a little bop on the head and not quite going to get him off the stage again, but that was really close to an immediate second knockout. Hero's instead going to retaliate and get the first knockout on DK, and that's going to be 46 now on Hero after an attack by Donkey Kong, but he's at least got him to even stock at 2. Donkey Kong, again, he's got Mario last. Fitting way to end things here, DK versus Mario. Not only an old school Red Division rivalry, both 13-7 last season, but it's Donkey Kong and Mario. And we're doing OG skins. Perfect. Hero able to grab the ledge before DK attacks there. Staying for now. Almost launched, but he's back. 82-72. Neck and neck still. Big here. 14-4 Donkey Kong. He's not necessarily in the top 3 himself, especially with a loss here. That would be incredibly important for K Rool. Well, not as much for K Rool, but kind of. But also is more especially for Terry and Pyra. Going to give them one more opportunity to get in. The Hero, though, again, with this Greninja match next, he's looking decent for top 8. Can't make top 3. Not quite in the top 8 yet, but looking like he should be able to get there. And so he's just chilling, pretty much. He's just chilling. Get a little higher up in rank, maybe. A little easier opponent come playoff time. And it's exciting, guys. We're so close. 2 weeks away. Next week is going to be all set 21 matches. It's just going to be, we're pretty much just going to be, though, I think it's just going to take us 4 days. We might have to add, do set 20 for the yellow on Monday, but either 4 or 5 days next week to finish things off, and then all of the playoffs 6 days from Monday to Saturday. A week and a half from now, basically. It's gonna be amazing. Crown our Season 1, official Season 1 winner. Donkey Kong coming back with a vengeance after Hero ties it up with that headbutt. Supersized headbutt, I believe, there. And just like that, he's gonna take that victory in our second to last match. And that's huge for him. Again, 15-4. What an amazing record to have. 15-5, even if he loses the next one against Mario. 16-4 is just incredible. 15-5 is amazing itself. So either way, he's doing so well. And I think that did just clinch the top 3 for him. Byleth has it already. He's just got it with 15. Well done, Donkey Kong. Well done. Hero, like we said, he should be fine. 11-8 now. It should be okay for the top 8, that is. Just needs to beat Greninja next time. That's all you really have to do. You might still be good without that, but you really, you want that. You want that extra one there, I would say. That's that. Yeah, last match. Let's go. This is it. Can Simon do it? Simon closes the door on Kirby and Zelda with a victory here for the top 8, that is. He wouldn't get it quite for himself yet, but really, yeah, it's going to be looking good with the Hero loss. Might help him out a little bit. Doesn't help Mario, of course. Doesn't help anybody, really. I mean, it does help Mario, I guess. 11-8 Hero, 11-8 Dr. Mario, but Mario can't pass him up. He's 10-9. Mario is 10-9, so he can still get the last win there. If Hero and Dr. Mario both lose again, Dr. Mario it might just be more important if there's more again than just the two-way tie for Dr. Mario, since Doctor has that win over him. But yeah, I guess Mario does still have a shot, even with a decent shot. Zelda too, though. 10. 10's gonna be done though with the Simon win. Yeah, so it is just gonna be Mario for sure. Simon already knocked out though by Byleth. Byleth's so strong. Simon, though, we have 2 fighters now with like the ordinances at their disposal are incredibly powerful. And yeah, so it's going to be a good one to see. Mostly going to come down maybe to the recovery again, as we've mentioned so many times in the past. And Simon's is just horrible. Byleth has much better, so Also has that halberd. I think the halberd trumps everything else we see. That chain, though, oh man, that chain. Do so much work. It's got the length, it's got the power. That's why the halberd is so strong. Nice dodges there by big size Simon. Back to even, by the way. Stock. We'll be to 78. 2 stock each. Nice attack by Simon, almost with the launch there. And it's gonna be a knockout because Byleth is poisoned. And just like that, Simon looking for a massive victory here. Not much happens with Byleth. She could lose that first place spot, but she's in the top 3 no matter what. She gets the tying knockout and a super mushroom afterward here to try to stack on some percent here because they were both at 0% coming into this one stock bout. And it is 28 to 31, neck and neck. A chain attack by Simon. Gonna be huge. Nice block there by Byleth. Wow. What a fight between these two. These two weapons users. Both DLC characters, right? Byleth grabs the super mushroom during the attack. That was extremely lucky. And oh man, Simon dodges the poison mushroom though. That was also extremely lucky. Or skillful, who knows? CPU, learning. I think that was that poison mushroom or was that a super oh, the bow! Oh, we have rarely seen that do that kind of work. That was amazing. Byleth somehow point blank range charging that bow and arrow. And wow, launching Simon clear across the stage to the other side for a knockout, a launching knockout. That was amazing. What a way to pick up that victory. Not falling in the upset to Simon. That would have been a great win though. I mean, it's close enough that it's not a huge upset. 2 top 8 fighters could always go either way. But what a win by Byleth there, proving maybe that she is #1 in this division. 16-3 now. I don't know if anybody can catch her. Nobody can. Nobody can. I mean, Donkey Kong can tie her up, but she's beat Donkey Kong already. So she's gonna be actually she just clinched #1. That's what just happened. Byleth is #1 in the red. GG. Just Simon again. He's gonna drop to 10-9. He's there with Mario. Zelda's 9-10. She's still got a shot. Kirby's 9-10. He still has a shot. It just gets more and more interesting. Let's see where everybody ended up after today. All right, that's that. 1 set remains in the red. Young Link taking down Yoshi. Brawler defeating Zelda, bringing her down as well. Kirby defeating Jigglypuff, Lucario defeating Ryu, Terry over Greninja, Pyra defeating Peach, Marth over Pit, King K Rool beating Mario, DK defeating Hero, and Byleth over Simon. We've got, after 20 of 21, Byleth 16-3. She's #1. No one can catch her now. DK's the only one who can tie her up, but he in the tiebreaker, she wins that. So she's there for sure. DK, though, has clinched the top 3 with his 15-4. King K Rool has not just yet, but he's there. He's close, 14-5. 13-6s are the ones keeping him out of it right now, Terry and Pyra. Terry, again, beat Pyra already. 13 wins does clinch the top 8, so we're going to see Byleth, Donkey Kong, King K Rool, Terry, and Pyra and Mythra all next season post-show. In fact, Dr. Mario at 11-8 with Hero. He beat Hero. And he also actually clinches the top 8 because of his matchups. He can't fall because he beat Hero and he beat Mario. He can't fall any farther out than that. The only ones that can possibly pass up, Hero could pass him up just in record. Simon could tie him and pass him up, but Mario can only tie him in record and wouldn't pass him up. So if that were all to somehow happen, Dr. Mario would still be #8. So he is in the top 8. Woo! So yeah, an extra little tidbit there. There might be more like that, things like that somewhere. I just didn't catch. That one was a little more obvious one because we knew that he beat Hero, and I already also knew he beat Mario. Anyway, Simon there is still #8, 10-9 after losing. He beat the 10-9 Mario, who also lost. Still only those 10 wins clinch playoffs. 9-10 Kirby over the 9-10 Zelda. Now he just keeps on climbing up up, and up. And now all of a sudden he's number 10. Are you kidding me? He could actually still make that number 8 spot. It's still open to him. Still open to Zelda at 9 and 10, but it's a little more iffy for her. But again, like we said, that extra win Kirby has over her, now we know that he did get that win because he's above her now. If they would both win and go to 10 and 10, and Simon and Mario both lose and go to 10 and 10, that's an extra victory in his pocket in those head-to-head matchups that could actually put him in that number 8 spot. Can you believe it? I think he might have the one over Mario as well, and that's 2 to 1. As long as Simon is in 3-0, that could be Kirby's spot. Of course, he has to win, Zelda has to win, Simon and Mario both have to lose. There's a lot of things that got to happen, but it's very possible based on the matchups, as we'll see. 8 and 11, Young Link is now the top. Yoshi dropping down still in playoffs, but tentatively, because Yoshi has beaten Marth. Marth has beaten Brawler, but Brawler beat Yoshi. So who gets that last spot? I have no idea. It's we're just gonna have to wait. Young Link is the only one that, because he beat Marth and Yoshi, and he has yet to fight Brawler, he's the only one that truly earns one of those last two playoff spots with the 8 and 11s there. The other one's going to be up to whatever happens next set, which is more insane than I thought it was going to be. So we already know one of them is going to go up, but it could just be that Young Link, right? Could just be Young Link. If Brawler wins, then it looks like it might just be Brawler and Young Link, perhaps, because Young Link has the 2 wins. He would be 2 and 1, and depending on what Yoshi and Marth do, I don't think they could do it. We'll just have to find out. I guess it's after that next set. It's so crazy that it's just, I have no idea who out of that big pack. Also, Ryu then is still in at 8 and 12, and Pit is 7 and 12 right now, and they're both the 12 losses. Pit needs the win, of course, still, which isn't great, but at least he still has a chance, and it's against Peach, so he has a great chance. But they're both the 12 losses. Ryu and Pit are hoping for the losses from Yoshi and Marth. If that happens, that gives them a shot, because Young Link, it looks like he's good, although not sure for positively. And then Brawler, one of those two is going to lose between Young Link and Brawler, so that's why they're hoping. They hope just for the other two that don't. One of them is definitely not going to win, because they could both lose and they could open up an extra spot. There will, at least if they both lose, there will be one spot open, because one of them is going to be a 9 and 11 going in with Young Link and Brawler. The other one, if they both lose, will be an 8 and 12, so would give them a chance. That's how that all works. 6 and 13, Jigglypuff and Lucario. Don't know who is better there, because they fight next. Epic. Then we have the 4 and 15, Greninja and Peach. Greninja beat Peach. All the ones that are out of playoffs, the 13 and 15 loss, 13 plus losses, Jiggly, Lucario, Greninja, and Peach. 3 Pokemon. Wow, that's horrible. They're all out, or they're all definitely out and in the bottom 6, that is. So that's that. That means Jigglypuff and Lucario. Too bad for them. They don't have anything to fight for in their match here. I thought maybe they had a shot. They did have a shot at the time to make that movement middle, but now with all 8 and 11s in there, it means that 8 and 12 is what you would need to get into the movement middle for sure. And that may not even do it for you. Actually, it won't definitely do it for you, because Ryu is out at 8 and 12 right now. So all the 8 and 12s would have to lose, which isn't going to happen. But even if all but one lost, still is going to be 8 and 12, and one of them is not going to make it in. Crazy. Maybe even 2 if Pit wins. Anyway, that is that for these guys. Crazy. Just getting crazy. Can't wait until the playoffs. They're just going to be incredible for every division. It's going to be awesome, and I have no idea what to expect for come league playoff time whenever they're all mashed in together, because all the top 8 are so good in every division. I have no idea who would possibly come out on top here. Next up, we got the green. We got Shulk taking on Luigi in their set 20. Gunner versus Bayonetta. Sheik versus Corrin. Diddy against Bowser Jr. Wolf versus Toon Link. Lucina against Chrom. Little Mac versus Piranha Plant. Mewtwo versus Bowser. Mega Man against Kazuya. Link versus Dedede to finish things off there. And Villager is on a bye. Wow, that's Link's first headlining match ever, by the way. This season, that is. The first time he's in that last match. finally doing well enough and in an important enough match against Dedede there to earn it. He has been in the top 8 for a bit. He is 10 and 8 there now. Villagers in the middle at 9 and 10 on the bye there. 21 set 21 for these guys next in the red. Their last set. It's gonna be Zelda first, 9 and 10, taking on King K Rool at 14 and 5. And I was very specific about where I put all of these matchups. So Zelda's gonna start things off 9 and 10 versus the King K Rool 14 and 5. Pyra and Mythra are gonna be next at 13 and 6. See if King K Rool falls and gives them a chance to tie up against the 9 and 10 Kirby. So we'll get both the 9 and 10s in there first to see if they're going to pressure Mario, and if Mario and they will pressure Simon. Mario's up next against Donkey Kong. It's going to be the 15 and 4 Donkey Kong, the 10 and 9 Mario. Then we got Hero. And these are the matches. They don't really matter as much. Hero here, 11 and 8, probably okay for the top 8, but he could need this win. It's the one against Greninja, who's done, 14 and 5, 4 and 15, that is, for Greninja. Then we got Pit, and this is the one that could matter for Pit. If you pick, he needs this win to have any hope at all, and he also needs a lot of other things to happen at 7 and 12. Peach is done at 4 and 15, who he's up against. Then we got Jigglypuff and Lucario, that match that means nothing, 2 6 and 13s that are done. And then we got our best 4. Here we go. Simon, 10 and 9. We'll see how everyone ends up by the time he comes around. If he may be good by then. Everyone may have lost by then. Below him, that he could just be in the top 8. But we'll see. We'll see. He'll be the last one to find out for sure. Then we got that 8 and 11 Marth to start off our 8 and 11s. That's right. Dr. Mario then, 11 and 8, who's clinched. He's going to be up against a slightly harder match there. Yoshi, the 8 and 11 Yoshi. We got Marth and then Yoshi. And then we have, of course, Young Link versus Brawler. The 2 other 8 and 11s fighting after the other 2 8 and 11s go, to see exactly what will happen once they finish. And then finally we have our best match, of course, of the day will still be Terry up at 13 and 6, seeing how K Rool and Pyra do, see if he could maybe have a chance at that number 3 spot. Could be gone by then. If K Rool just wins in the first match, then he clinches that top 3. And then Pyra and Terry don't have as much to play for, but still enough. And then finally, yes, Byleth is 16 and 3. She's done with everything, but it's still going to be a great match, number 4 versus number 1 going into that last set. Great playoff potential matchup there. So that's that. Ryu is on the bye, 8 and 12, sweating bullets, hoping again that Yoshi and Marth lose and somehow his matchups go the right way, that he can somehow make it into the playoffs. It's insane that there's so many at 8 wins and a lot of whatever you want to say, 10 to 12 losses that can get to that 11 point or lower and have a chance in. It's nuts. That's that. Still 4 spots open and basically only 1 other person eliminated from contention in Jigglypuff there. So hope to see you for that one and all the other ones coming up. Like and subscribe. Let me know who you think is going to win and who you think is going to make it in that top 13. That's what goes to playoffs. 3 at the top on a bye, 10 go first. We end up with 5 from those matches. The other 3 buys add in. That's 8 total for 4 left after those 4 matches. And then 4 from each division go up against each other in the league playoffs for the next 4 I think, rounds to get to the finals. I'll see you for all of that in the next couple weeks while we finish this off. I'm Randy with Nerds Templar in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. Peace out.